Do women like pay for you?
Has a woman paid for me?
Yeah. I remember you
I'll
said
tell you
one
this.
time she asked you she gave you a burrito.
A Christian woman, yes, a Christian woman,
And
10
you're
years
so happy.
ago, she asked, I don't even know if she asked me out on a date. I was like, hey, let's meet up sometime. And then she said, let's go this place. Let's go here. I'll pay. And I was like, okay. And she bought me a burrito. The one
Was it
time, a burrito. Whereas we had a girl on like 2 shows ago who went, is it time to take your birth control?
Hey.
Oh my God.
Why would you say that?
I mean, okay. So anyways, she paid for my burrito. We had a girl on 2 weeks ago and she was talking about, she got offered $1,000 for a Starbucks date and she took it. She got paid $1,000 just to meet a guy for Starbucks. Now this was off of a seeking arrangements sort of thing, but like, bruv,
Bruv.
1,000?
Bruv.
Bruv.
I
Bruv.
love that word.
One time in my life, a girl paid for me.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, but she was waiting for marriage, so I was like,
Oh.
you're nice, thank you. Can I pay
Not-
you for the burrito?
Not nice enough.
Can I pay you for the burrito? But she was like, no, it's okay.
So there was no second date.
Well, I mean, she wanted to wait until marriage to have sex, which, hey, good for you, rock and roll. But like, for me, I'm okay.
What you're looking at here is an invoice I received after an unsuccessful date. As it reads above, under project. No f***ing joke. Due date ASAP. I am not kidding. I told him I didn't have a romantic connection with him over message, politely. And this is the response. He said it's not a matter of money, it's the principle. £29, man. Come on. Give me a break. I mean, would you do this? I can't believe it.
Okay, so basically she went on a date with a guy, first date. She wasn't interested, and then after the date, he invoiced her for, I guess, her portion of the bill. So your reaction to that, what do you think? And actually, we're going to start over here with Natasha and work our way around.
But so basically he asked her to pay.
No, so he paid.
He paid.
On the date.
Uh-huh.
She messaged him after the fact and said, she messaged him and maybe he was trying to set up a second date. She said she wasn't interested. So at that point, he invoiced her and said, hey, here's your portion of the date. And so he wanted her to pay it after the fact.
Yeah, that's very unattractive.
Well, she's already rejected him.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
Just don't pay it.
Yeah.
like her pay it?
Yeah. Like, didn't he request her to pay for the date that he paid, right?
Mhm.
So just don't fucking pay it. I know the
Yeah.
audacity of the guy, right?
What?
Yeah,
Like-
yeah.
But like he, yeah, I don't
why,
know.
why
I don't
is
know
it,
what he's.
why is it
trying to do.
audacious?
It's
Why is
It's
that
because-
audacious?
he's like, oh, you rejected me. Now you're gonna have to fucking give me my money back.
Yeah.
It's
Right?
just like
Insecure. Fucking
it's
audacity.
immature.
Like, just move on.
It's like
Move on.
having a small ego and not knowing how to
Exactly.
take rejection.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's
Well-
he doesn't know how to
He needs
take
the
rejection.
15.
Well, he
Well,
took rejection.
But it's just petty. It's like
Well,
if you
Why is it
wanted
petty?
if you wanted to take this girl out on a date, she went with you. Like, okay, like you paid. Like, unfortunately, she just wasn't into you. Like,
Yeah.
okay, that's that. Like, that's just
Yeah.
so petty to be like, okay, pay me back.
Okay, but let me ask you guys a question. How soon into the date do you think she wasn't interested in him? I want to say probably within the first 10 minutes.
But
she
how do you
knew.
know?
How do you know?
We don't. But I mean, most women
Why does
know.
it matter? Like she's not
Maybe he just
interested.
had
My-
a really bad person.
Well, my
timestamp
point, the reason I
doesn't
bring
matter.
that up, the
Mm-hmm.
reason why I bring it up, by the time the check came,
Mm-hmm.
she probably knew, I'm not going to go on a date with this guy again. She could have then offered to split the bill, but she didn't.
Why would
But
she?
We
he
could be
still
wrong.
asked her.
He still asked her out on the date?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why would she offer to split
So-
the bill if she didn't even like the date?
All the more reason to split the bill.
Why? Why would she pay for something that she doesn't like? Like she's unsatisfied.
She got
just
food. She ate. She drank.
Well, he was the guy that offered to take her there to
Mhm.
to get to know him, and she didn't like what she was experiencing? Why would
What-
she pay for her
Lonnie,
own
why are you
food?
looking at the chat like that?
Well, it's because I can't.
just
I
like-
have to squint. Like
Oh.
I'm like have to like. Should I put my glasses on? Like, I
You're
literally
like giving
can't.
the chat a stink eye over there.
I can't. I have really
It's
really
okay.
bad vision.
It's okay.
really
It's okay.
bad.
I have some glasses.
I have mine.
Oh, yes, throw
Like,
them
if I
on.
really
Throw
wanted
them
to
on.
see-
Anyways, so okay.
Wait, now I'm gonna like really be able to see everything.
Jesus.
People are saying.
Okay, so where were we? Did anyone else want to come in on the reaction? I think you kind of wanted to come in, right?
Yeah, I think it goes off principle. Even if they like it didn't work out, you still asked them to pay. Like, I mean, you still asked them on the date. You expected them to be there. You took them there, so you're expected to pay. So just because she didn't like you and it didn't work out doesn't. I don't feel like that's a. I feel like that's a little bitch boy.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that description.
He has
bitch
a
boy.
small
I
dick
like
and
that.
balls.
Yeah.
It's like all
Mine is bigger.
shriveled
No.
up and it went inside, but it turned to vagina. Pussy boy. What? Stop pointing at me.
No genitalia shaming here. How dare you? How dare you? We can talk about that soon. Okay, so and your take on this?
Well, I just think, I mean, imagine like if you guys date for like a year and then you break up, are you gonna like Venmo request her for like
God,
a
like,
year?
like hundreds of dollars?
Like, okay, like you owe me like $8,000 for like all the dates we've been on in the past year. You know, it's
Don't
like
fucking
it's more.
way.
It's about the principle of it. Like in the moment, if you're like, I'm gonna pay, and like this was a date, you know, whether it's like a guy or a girl paying, like you're doing something nice, it's a date, like you don't just retract that because like things don't work out.
Well, so if you were in a long-term relationship with a girl and one of the partners in the relationship paid more than the other, you know, whatever, to me, yes, I would agree. That's kind of weird. Oh, pay me back for the several dozen dates we went on or whatever the fuck. Yeah, that's a bit much. But I think on a first date, it's a bit different. So I'm coming to this guy's defense here. And it's different because back in the day, if you went on a date with somebody, and when I say back in the day, I don't know, let's say before dating apps, before social media, maybe 10, 20 years ago, whatever it is, or even back in the 1950s, if you went on a date with someone and you paid for them, there was a very high likelihood that it was going to go somewhere. But now people have so many options. People are seeing so many people at the same time. People aren't, I mean, I know there's a few outliers here. I think Natasha's one of them. Most people are dating multiple people at a time. So the
How do
chances...
you do that? Isn't
Do
dating
what?
exclusive? Like,
Well, when I
about
say
the
date, like to
definition?
go on a date with a guy.
Oh,
Bro,
like I
girls-
wouldn't
girls
consider
will
going a
go-
date on a guy to be dating someone. Is that?
Well, this is within the context of a first date.
Just say like going on dates with people with multiple
Sure.
people.
Okay, going on dates
Yeah.
with people. So there was previously an expectation that like if you went on a first date with someone, they probably weren't entertaining a whole bunch of options. But now I know average women, like unremarkable women that can have 4 or 5 dates lined up in a week. Easy. Average men can't do that. Average women can. So, and also there's this thing called a foodie call.
I mean, I think you invented that word. I'm honest. I've never.
They've
heard
done
that.
studies on this.
I've never heard of that.
Foodie call. So
I know,
basically,
I've only heard of that from you.
well, I am the resource of knowledge
Okay.
on these sort of topics.
Yes.
But so women will go on dates with guys just for free dinner.
Mustang guy.
It's not the majority of women, but it happens. It's happened to me. Girl goes on a date with me, or it could even be, even if it's not a foodie call, it could be, hey, I go on a date with a girl, and then she's just not feeling. There's not a second date.
How about guys just stop buying girls food and do
Well,
like an
that's
activity?
I don't. So I don't
Like,
do.
go to the
like
beach.
mini golfing.
Go to the
Yeah.
beach.
So
like
usually-
that's free and
Yeah.
fun.
And it's done.
But some girls have an issue with
No, they
those dates.
don't.
There are definitely girls that are like,
If
Oh,
she has an
he's
issue with
cheap.
that, then she's trying to use you for your money and food. Like
that's
I
what,
would
that's
love
what
to
women
go to the
do.
beach.
That's what some women do.
I would love to go to the beach. Like
And I think that's a great
Like-
date. Or get a
Yeah.
coffee, do something low
Yeah.
commitment.
yeah, exactly. Like you
Yeah.
don't have
I don't
to,
do dinner dates.
you don't
first
have
dates.
to do that. Like nobody's making you. So stop complaining about like women using you for like food or whatever.
Honestly, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really
Like, just put more
Like-
effort into, like,
There's so
coming
much,
up with
there's
something
so many
different.
things that you could do that that would be more memorable than getting like an expensive meal trying to impress her or something material, you know? Then you know, like, oh, she's like a true one. Like, she doesn't care about like material things like food or a fancy experience. She just wants to do something.
Aline, have you ever been zoned by a guy?
Yeah, obviously. That's why I hate hookup culture so much.
Tilt the microphone down. There you go.
That's why I hate hookup culture so much. But if a guy's gonna do that, I'm obviously not gonna let them. Like, I'm not like a simp like that. I don't care how like hot, like rich. I don't care like how much status you have, famous. If you just want me for sex, like, I'm not gonna give into it. Like, that's just not my style. But obviously, yeah, it's happened to me.
So there was a guy that you wanted something more. You wanted a relationship, but he didn't want it.
Not necessarily like he wanted to just like fuck, but it's more of like, oh, I don't really want a relationship, but we can be friends with benefits and stuff.
No.
Never been fuck zoned?
No, I've never been fuck zoned.
Not really.
Okay. But you've never had a relationship though?
Yeah.
But never been fuck zoned?
Yeah.
Okay. We actually, really quick, the rest of the panel, have you ever found a guy?
No.
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 Okay. Natasha, your answer, have you ever been zoned? Or
No.
have you zoned a guy?
Neither. And no girl should allow themselves to be zoned. Because that's all guys want. All guys want is swear
What?
to God.
What? Natasha?
Okay, no. No. Let me rephrase that. Shitty men want and that's all they want from you. Hire guys that are worth more, that will benefit your life more, they're not just going to want from you. And that's a fact.
Or could it be that the men that only want sex from women is because that's all that the women have to offer? Because for me, if is all you're offering, pussy's all I want.